Hello, welcome to this week's 15-minute class. Again, we're going to use the circles. Probably last week we used this. We'll take a little break from it next week and we'll focus on the abs and the adductors a little bit more. So we're going to try this again, make it a little bit harder than last week, and let's give it a go. So we'll get onto hands and knees, start ourselves off with a little bit of a warm-up. Hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips, drop the ribs down to the mat, lift the head up, drop the head down, ribs up to the ceiling, drop the ribs back down, lift the head up looking up in front, drop the head down, ribs up nice and high again, drop the ribs back down, looking up in front, one last one, drop the head down, ribs to the ceiling, and then drop the ribs down halfway. Look down between the fingers, pick the left foot up, twist it out to the side, look at the toes around the left arm, back in, right foot out, and in. Left foot up and out, and look around the arm each time. Make sure you don't look underneath the armpit, looking around the arm. Left foot, and last one on the right, and then back in. Perfect. Engage the core. Bring the left leg back behind the body, right arm up in front. Big circles with the heel and the hand, keeping the body still. Just 3 circles, change directions. 2, 3, and then switch sides. Right leg back, left arm up in front. Big circles again. 2, 3, change directions. 3, 2, 1. Arms and legs down. Bring the hips and shoulders to the left, right leg back, right arm up in front, and then back down. Hips and shoulders to the right, left leg back, left arm up in front, and back down. Perfect. Turn over onto your back now. So head resting on the block, grab the circle. We're going to hold the circle in the 2 hands, fingers pointing to the ceiling. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, gently squeeze the circle and just into a couple of toe taps. Left and right, left and right. Good, keeping the back imprinted, keep the rib cage down. Shoulders are dropped back into the mat and they're away from the ears and just a little bit of tension in the circle the whole time. You can stretch the legs out further and further away, keeping the back imprinted, and the legs back to tabletop. Keep the spine imprinted, tap the 2 feet as you bring the hands back behind the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep the rib cage down. 5, halfway. 6, 7, 8, last 2, 9, one last one, keeping the rib cage down, 10. Bring the feet down onto the mat and have a little rest. Next one, put the circle or the cushion between the thighs, imprint the spine, ribs are down, squeeze and relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. Drop the left knee to the side and in. Right knee, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Good. Keep going. Last 2 on each side. Last one on the left, last one on the right. Keep the imprint and 10 quick squeezes. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grab the circle. Give the legs a little bit of rest. We're not going to bring the legs into 90 degrees now. We're going to do that while we're in both poses today. So we're going to make it a little bit harder. We're going to be balancing ourselves while we do the ones with the knees, or the hips at 90 degrees. Sorry, not the knees at 90 degrees, the hips at 90 degrees. The next one we're going to do is we're going to come up into our bridge. So imprint the spine. Circle between the thighs again. Squeeze the circle nice and tight. Lift the hips up. Keep the rib cage down, but push the hips as high as you can. Drop the knees to the side and squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hips nice and high, left leg to the side, and then right. 2 and 2. 3, and 3. Good. 4. Good. Keep pushing the hips up. 6, 7, 8, 9. One last one each side. 10, and 10 quick squeezes. 5, 6. Keep the hips up nice and high. Last one. Roll the hips down. Grab the circle and give the legs a little bit of a rest. Next one, we're going to bring the legs to 90 degrees and we're going to do some roll-ups with the circle between the thighs. So sorry, not roll-ups, teasers with the circle between the thighs. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, teaser prepped. Squeeze the circle nice and tight, I'll find my names in a minute. Hands back behind the head, arms forward, chin to the chest, roll up into boat pose. Chest forward at the end, and then back down. 1, 2, keep the heels off the mat. 3, shoulder blades back. 4, palms facing each other. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, back down, one last one, 10. Then onto the mat, grab the circle and rest the legs down. Next one, straighten the legs onto the mat. We're going to hold the circle in the hands back behind the head, bring the arms forward, chin to the chest, and then roll up into sitting. Good, chest forward at the end. Keep some tension in the circle all the time. 1, 2, keep the elbows tucked in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, last 2. Good, chest forward at the end, keep those elbows pointing down as you roll up. Good, and then back down onto the mat and have a little rest. Next one, we're going to work the abs a little bit more, but we're going to keep ourselves down before we come up into boat pose. So we're going to imprint the spine, bend the knees first, imprint the spine, bring the legs into tabletop, circle between the thighs, 2 hands to the side of the head, squeeze the circle, roll the head and shoulders up, elbows into the knees, straighten the legs, elbows apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees, rest the head down, and bring the feet onto the mat. Next we're going to start to work the gracilis, so the one adductor muscle that comes over the knee. We're going to imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, and circle between the ankles. Keep the spine imprinted, keep the knees directly over the hips, straighten the legs to the ceiling, squeeze and relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees, bring the feet down. We're going to do each leg individually next, and then 10 quick squeezes. Have a little rest, and then we're going to bring the abs into it a little bit more after that. I'm going to lift and lower the legs. So imprint again, legs back to tabletop, circle back between the ankles, straighten the legs to the ceiling, squeeze the left leg 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and then the right leg. 1, 2. So the left leg should stay still as it can. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 quick squeezes, 2 legs together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees and bring the feet down. And have a rest again. Good. Tough, I haven't given you many rests today. I haven't given myself many rests today. Next one, we're going to straighten the legs to the ceiling. I'm going to give you 2 options here. We're going to squeeze the circle and lower the circle about 2 or 3 inches away from the body and lift back up. If you want to make it harder for the abs, reach the hands by the side, roll the head and shoulders up, and you can lower the legs 4 or 5 inches away. So I'll do the first couple with the head down, and I'll do the next few with the head up then. So imprint again, legs to tabletop, circle between the ankles, straighten the legs to the ceiling, squeeze the circle, lower the heels, and lift. 1, 2. If you want to make it harder, reach the hands to the bottom of the mat, head and shoulders up, and you can drop the feet a little further away. 6, 7, 8, keep the chin tucked in. 9, circle squeezed. 10, bend the knees, grab the circle, and rest the head down. Great. Next few, we're going to come up into boat pose as promised. So, circle between the thighs. Spine is imprinted, legs are in tabletop, hands back behind the head, roll yourself up into boat pose. Holding yourself there, heels are off the mat, squeeze and relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll back down onto the mat. Have a little rest again. We're going to do each leg individually, left and right. Have a rest. We're going to go back up, 10 quick ones. Have a rest, and then one last one. We're going to roll up. We're going to extend the knees while squeezing the circle. So imprint again, legs to tabletop, hands back behind the head, arms forward, rolling to boat pose. Squeeze the left leg only. 2, 3, that right leg stays still. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And right leg in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll back down onto the mat and have a little rest. Really hard when you're in boat pose to individualize each leg, to just get one moving. You want to bring the 2 of them in. Your core is really focused on creating some stability, and it finds it hard to do an extra little bit of a job. So you would have found it really difficult compared to the other ones to individually contract each leg or move each leg at once. Next ones are 10 quick squeezes. Imprint, legs to tabletop, circle between the thighs again, hands back behind the head, roll up into boat pose. 10 quick squeezes, keep the shins parallel. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. And roll back down. Have a little rest. And we have one last, we might get a second one in. We have at least one more exercise, we're nearly there. Imprint the spine again. Legs back to tabletop. We're going to roll up to boat pose, so circle between the thighs. Roll up into boat pose. Holding yourself here, squeeze the circle. Extend the knees and bend. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chest forward. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees. Roll back down. I'm going to leave the circle down to the side. We'll stretch out the adductors for the last exercise. So, sitting up nice and tall, soles of the feet together, bring the heels in as close to the hips as you can, hands around the ankles, dig the elbows into the thighs, and chest forward. So, nice big stretch into the inner thighs. Good, keeping the shoulder blades pinched. And you should feel a gentle stretch. So don't push too hard, just a nice gentle stretch into all those muscles we worked. You'll be very shaky after this. It's a tough workout today. Good, and then come back to the middle. And we'll finish with that. Hope you enjoyed the class. That'll be your last circle class for a while, so you can get rid of it for a little bit. We'll have a little break from then. We'll work the abs and the glutes a little bit more for the next month or so. See you soon, bye bye.